Hi guys, I'm going to make a DIY ornament. I have bought these from Michael's. They are 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches wide. And yeah, I've used this earlier. I had to wash it. I've used it earlier to do another DIY project by applying different colors of glitters inside. But it didn't turn out the way I was expecting it to be. So anyways, I had to wash it to get rid of those glitters. And I think I'll be applying this one. I got this from Michael's. Yeah, I think this is from Michael. It's kind of a glitter, not a kind of glitter, kind of a rainbowish color. I'm not sure it's rainbow. That's a mixture of colors anyways. So I am using the Mod Podge as well as the Eileen Stacky Glue. I've blended the two together in some water. I just put water in this to dilute it a bit to make sure that it would run freely inside the ball, because otherwise it's too thick, and when it's so thick it's hard for you to get it to go in all the corners that you need it to be. So anyways, I'll start by pouring some of this glue into the ball, and you don't need a funnel for this, and you don't need much anyways, but I just pour a little bit too much anyways. Just gonna rotate this around, make sure it sits firmly. I'm just gonna, any excess you can put it back in a container and use it another time. Just make sure you secure it so it doesn't dry. Just gonna let that drip for a bit so all the excess glue drips off, so I don't have too much in there. You just need the right amount, which is just around the wall of the ball. That's all you need. So that didn't take too long, less than a minute. I do have some of the mixed glitter there, just want to use that up. But then I'm going to pour some more in here. By the way, I've got these funnels. There are 2 in a pack for $1.25 at the Dollartree. So I just find they're so handy. If you need one of those, you know where to get them. Okay, just going to shake this around. And I know it kind of look a bit foggy color, I would say, not too transparent, but that's fine. The glue is going to dry up inside and it's going to be clear, so you don't have to worry about that. Just going to rotate this around. Shake it around so any excess, you just get it out of the ball, and you can always reuse the excess. You can make another ball of the same, or you can blend it with a different color, it doesn't really matter. In this case, I don't really think I have any excess in here. I think I do need to put some more. So I'm just gonna do that quickly. Just gonna flip it over and shake it properly. Just make sure all the corners, including the top, is fully glittered. Including my Pam, sure. Okay, you may want to get this out quickly, because then that's glue that by flipping the container, some glue comes out. You just want to make sure that that's out of your hand. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Now I'm just gonna have to shake out the excess. Just make sure there is glitter everywhere in here, so just shake it up a bit more. And just tap it. Get the excess out that you don't need. I just put the excess in a different container because sometimes I could have clumps. That's from the glue, and you don't want to put that back into your container of glitter that's pretty unused, because then you're going to end up with clumps if you want to make a different project. it will not work because it ended up having clumps. Okay, so that's done. You can let this dry for a couple of minutes and then place the cap back onto it. In this case, I do have to personalize this. I have cut this off of my Cricut machine. Will not be using those. The year is not cut properly, so I had to recut some. And we'll be personalize this with that. Yeah, so we'll try that first. I'm just gonna let this sit for a bit though. I really don't want to put the cap back in just so I don't ruin the glitter there. Just let it sit for a bit. Okay guys, so I've just put the cap back in, and I've actually forgot the video was off to show you how to put it back in, but I'm gonna just show you in another ball. Because there is glitter inside of that ball, you don't want to get this silver part here, the metal part, ruin the side of the ball when you're putting it back. So what you do, you squeeze the bottom, then you hold the top, squeeze the top as well. Make sure it's not too wide. See the top of it there? On the metal part, it's not too wide. So you can easily slide it in like that without ruining the ball. Because if you do happen to ruin the walls of the ball by removing some of the glitter, you would have to just repeat the process of applying glitter all over again. Okay, so that's what I did to this one here. And now I have to apply the vinyl to it. So I'm just gonna push these away, clear up a bit. Okay, so now I have the vinyl here. I've already applied the transfer tape to it. I'm just gonna remove this off. Okay, so what I normally do is I use a little container. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just so the ball can sit firmly there and not be moving around. I think I may need a bigger container, so just bear with me. Because I've gotten a bowl from my kitchen and it seems it's gonna be working fine. Let's try that. Yeah, so that the ball doesn't move around much. And you have to make sure this is aligned properly. So we'll try this. First, I'm just gonna do a little demo to see if this works here. Okay. All right, so I think that's where it's gonna be. Okay, so there's one thing I forgot to mention when you're actually doing this. You may want to cut the transfer tape a bit around the corner, so in this way it's the letter sits flat. What I do, I just grab the scissors. I just make like small slits around the corner so I can get the letters to sit flat, because then it's having a hard time applying it to sit flat, and you don't want that. Just small slits. Make sure you don't cut the actual letters. Okay, so clearly it's not sitting flat here, so what I'll do, I'll just apply a small slit there, and there you go. Now it will sit flat. There you go. That's better. Just press it down firmly just to make sure the letters stick. And then you easily would do this. Don't be very harsh and don't do it very quickly, because you want to make sure the letters stick well. All right, so just remove it slowly. Okay, that's perfect. And there you go, but I still have to apply. Still have to apply the year 2021, so give me one moment. I'm just applying the year because I had it separated from the name. Just gonna put that at the bottom here. Just wanna make sure that it's straight before I do that. Wow, this is great. I love it. Okay, so I have a little ribbon that I am going to tie as a string to hook it onto the Christmas tree. You could choose whatever size or color you want. It's really up to you. I've chosen the small one here. I'm not sure what's the size of that. And yeah, there you go. But I need to attach this bow to it. So I need to grab my hot glue in my glue gun. Be right back. Okay, so I have my hot glue gun and it's ready. I think what I'll do, I'll just apply the glue to the actual bow. And that way I don't apply too much of it. I'll quickly press that onto the cap. And there you go. Isn't that pretty? And then you could hang it on your Christmas tree. I've also made this one. It's a bit different from that one there, but I think this is one of my favorites.